Welcome to the World United.
Welcome to the World United.
Our first speaker today is Francine Caruso. And Francine is an intuitive Reiki master, teacher, fifth dimensional facilitator. And she is going to speak about speaking your truth, clearing your throat chakra. Go for it, Francine.
Hi, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here today. I'm very honored, honestly, invited by Diana Herrera, who's been working with you guys. So I'm humbled by this. And I'm even more humbled because the last conversation was discussed was using your voice and being in your heart. And what most people don't realize is the throat chakra is literally the mediator between your brain or your crown chakra, your third eye, and your heart chakra. So if you're not speaking your truth, you are emotionally not in a good place because you are holding things in your body. You're actually hurting yourself. And there's a lot of illnesses come from this: thyroid problems, grief in your lungs, breathing issues. I know because I've been through it. I couldn't even discuss this without having been through it. So the throat chakra, if you speak your truth in a high vibrational way. I know sometimes we want to yell, and we've had discussion before, and get angry or frustrated. Well, we hold it in, which is usually what we do. The people with throat chakra issues are usually can go to a place of mental issues and go into severe depression, panic, anxiety, suicide, because they are not speaking their truth, or they're either born into usually someone with severe trauma has throat chakra issues. I know I have, and Sarah directed me and taught me this. I didn't even know I could do the work with the throat chakra, but I had to release my pain. In order to help someone else, I had to experience it. And let me tell you something, not pleasurable. So you're going and trying to release sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, being told you're not good enough, being told, oh, you're a genius, but you're never going to add up to anything, you're not worthy. And then your brain starts and takes over and says, yeah, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you're not smart, you can't accomplish this. And then your heart feels every word you say, because the words are really powerful. And if you use negative words and they stick in your throat, or negative comes out of your mouth, you are in a low vibration, which literally causes you pain in your body and in your heart. And if you're having pain in your heart, there's going to be issues in your heart. It's interesting to say I'm on my last version of another step in my life with a heart issue that is going to be corrected soon. And I've been through many of those things. But the issue is I had to work on myself with this issue and to fix things, to allow myself to feel the love I deserve. And that's by saying, hey, I don't appreciate it. For example, you mentioned your daughter-in-law. I'm going to use an example, if you don't mind, if that's okay. And there's not an issue there. The issue with your daughter-in-law, and just say you might be, she feels that she needs to be in control of the situation. A good way to approach this would be, would you mind sitting down with me? If I'd love to sit and hear what you have to say, and if you're hurt by anything I've said, I'd like to hear that, and then I'd like to share how I feel. See, that's a high vibrational way to listen to others. Let them get their point across, and then don't take it personal. Remember, that is their stuff. It is not yours. They're talking about sorry about that. That's their stuff. It's not your stuff. So issues are her because you're strong. She feels your strength. And it's very intimidating to her, which is how I'm feeling this. And it's not about reading this. This is about helping you, for example, how to work with the throat chakra. If everybody tried doing this, they'll be putting their hands here on their throats and actually said one word. And I'm going to ask you all to be really truthful. most people have the hardest time saying, I love myself or I like myself. Because everybody just try and say it, but be truthful, because your eyes will tell me if you're being truthful, because they actually show me your truth. I can feel the energy of your truth. So if you put your hands here, and you will rise, you'll feel it. I choose today in this moment to allow myself to like myself just now. How does that feel? Feel present. I choose in this moment to release my frustration that I'm feeling just for today in this moment. Take a breath. Deep breath through your nose and purse those lips. Blow it out. You can feel the looseness in the throat. Usually people who look get hoarse have vocal cord dysfunction, thyroid issues, neck pain, tightness in your vagus nerve, all are connected here. So when you can speak to yourself and clear your own vocal cords in your heart, you're clearing your heart, you're clearing your brain, you're opening yourself up to spirit. But don't lie to yourself. If you're going to start with this, I love myself, in the beginning you're going to be, this is such a lie. Don't do that. Allow yourself to feel the lie and then go into truth. You're going to feel like crying. You're going to feel like getting emotional. You might scream, implode, explode. Do it. That's how you release all the stuff that's wrapped around your neck. And it's wrapped around your neck like a snake. So it's about taking those snakes off your neck and releasing them into the earth, giving them to God, your creator, whatever you choose, the El Shaddai, the Yahweh, Buddha. It doesn't matter. It's all the same consciousness. It's about just talking and speaking your truth without fear. So it's about fearlessness. So most people who do have throat issues, and this is not a judgment, it's just a fact, we have suffered severe traumas. I think everybody in this world today is suffering severe trauma. And everybody's yelling different things at each other because they can't find their truth. They don't know to stand in their own light and not to follow. You follow no one. You follow your heart and stand in your own light, and your creator will show you the right way and the path. We're human, but that doesn't mean you can't speak in high vibration when you have an issue with someone else. So speak your truth. Say it using words that are high vibration, not words I can't stand you, and your nasty words. I prefer not to be in your presence. It's just not comfortable for me, and I know it's not comfortable for you. That's a high way of speaking, and you walk away. It's fine. If they want to keep going, let them keep going. Just keep walking. You're just honoring yourself. So to me, if you can't speak your truth, you're literally strangling yourself. So if anybody wants to reach out with your mind, I mean, remember, your throat chakra and your head, you're stuck here. You're stuck here. Then how do you feel love to yourself and others? How do you get out of your head and say, shut up? You can't, because you're bypassing this. It's getting stuck here. It's getting stuck here. And then you don't sleep at night. So how do you sleep at night if your brain keeps going? And then your brain feels pain and you're like, oh my God. And then your heart's pounding and you're having anxiety attacks and palpitations. These are all connected to your throat. It's your voice. Use your truth. Stand in your own light and honor yourself and honor others by honoring yourself, because you're teaching them a lesson by saying hello to somebody in a store one day. I hope you have a great day. That is being in truth. Honoring anyone and looking at someone and say, wow, you look so pretty today. I do that in stores. People look at me like I'm not. Some people go, oh my God, so nice. And you walk away feeling the joy you brought somebody else just in that moment. And if you continue to do that also daily, that'll allow you to learn how to speak to yourself in a better way. Because when you tell a person you look great, you really mean it. You're not going to lie to them, are you? I want to say to you, you look amazing. I think you look great. I love that outfit. And they're like, oh, thank you. I was being honest. I'm not going to say it if I'm not going to be truthful. And I look at it and go, well, I just feel so good. She felt good. Yay. That's what you want to be. If you can get yourself up there, then you're going to constantly be rewarded for giving those gifts out to others. You're going to look at yourself different in the mirror. Hard mirror. I love myself. Stand there every morning, look at me and say, good morning, friend. I love me today. I'm going to have a great day. And when that starts slipping on you, take a breath, go to the throat. I release this pain I'm feeling this moment. It is not mine, and I choose not to have it. I choose to be in the upper room, which is Paul Seller. I choose to be in the upper room. I choose to release all that I feel now that is not of a high vibration. You go there and work with this, you will open your heart wide open, and you will get so many rewards and gifts, and your health will absolutely improve. So, any questions? I'm more than happy to answer anything you have.
Anybody have any questions for Francine? Benjamin, Jennifer, either one of you want to become part of a conversation? We have probably about 5 more minutes in Francine's.
I want to say one more thing. There is an interesting thing that most people don't realize. When your throat chakra is closed, most people who have the trauma, or I don't think there's anyone in this world I've met that hasn't been traumatized, seriously, in some way, shape, or form. But everyone has the ability to hear. If your throat chakra is blocked, you cannot hear clearly. It took me 3 years to learn to listen and to hear and release. 3 years to get my Reiki master teacher. My teacher would not allow that until I experienced every onion peel you can. And I'm still going to peel them 20 years later. And I'm still going to keep learning that. So you need to go through those onions. You need to peel them. You're not learning Reiki in 2 weeks is not going to work for you. You need to become intuitive. You need to listen and feel what you feel. You need to feel you and how you feel about yourself and healing. And then you can hear. You can see, a lot of things will open to you. So everyone is born with an ability. Everyone. It's up to you to work on it to get it.
Francine, I'm wondering, have you ever thought of using just storytelling about your own life as an art? Do you use that at all?
I do use that with my clients, absolutely, because I've experienced a lot of things. So I will say to them, I cannot use throat chakra clearing on a client. Not a client, I'll say a student, because most people who I work with are students, they're not clients. So this student will come because they want to grow. It's not, am I going to meet the love of my life? It's like, how do I like myself? And that is who comes to me, and I'm humbled that Spirit does that. So I do use experiences in my life because I could not work in this place if I didn't experience it. So I have to have that humbleness to say, hey, look, I know that feeling. I know about not wanting to be here. I know about saying, I don't like me. I mean, why was I born? I know that feeling. So I can relate to anyone who sits in front of me that God sends to me or Spirit says no. Or people say, I was drawn to you. And all of a sudden I'll sit there and I go, oh, and I can feel and their pain and I can feel it all. And I'll say to them, you just went through this and I'm sorry you're going through it, but it's not, remember, the world, they think it's a mistake. It's not a mistake. Everything is a lesson. And if people realize nothing you do is a mistake, it's all a lesson. If you could think that way and speak that way, oh, wow. It's just amazing how you grow. So yes, I need to use this, my experiences, or else I cannot do the work that I do with throat chakra. Most people don't use throat chakra work because it's, a lot of gurus would say it's a dangerous job. And it is very dangerous for me, not for anybody else. It is dangerous. So me working with someone to release their throat chakra, I will hold on to their bodies, literally. My hand literally goes from their throat chakra to right to their root almost. And I actually have to hold them because as we're releasing the pain, they are like, why am I moving? Why am I going so hard? Wow, I feel so light. And you can hear them and feel them. So I have to hold them down because they're going to go on me. And when they come back and I give them candy to come back, they're like, that was wild. I guess it's a week. I'm like, so how do you feel? And they're like, I don't know. I feel alive. I'm like, there you go. You exist now. You don't just exist, you're now alive. Isn't that nice? And that's where Spirit wants to take them, to realize they have a life to live, not to just exist. And they're not, nothing's wrong with them. They're whatever you want to use, or there's no such word as normal. I don't even know why it's in a dictionary. Nobody's normal. So
it sounds as if you're shifting the people with whom you work from simply surviving to thriving. Would that be a good statement?
Absolutely. I get a lot of people who are suicidal, a lot of people who are bipolar, People who literally walked in and I'd go sit down because I knew they just got out of the hospital because they were released because they just tried to commit suicide and didn't even get held 24 hours. And I'm like, you just got out of the hospital. What were you thinking? And then we go there. And all of a sudden, I check on those people in particular, and they're all still here. Thank you, God. I'm grateful. And they're doing work, and they're growing, and they're starting to work with people like them. So this is what my job is, to be the teacher, to teach. I didn't know that. I'm still trying to absorb that. But if I could teach someone to be a teacher, to help others, even if they help one person helps one person. It goes on and on and on, just like this group. If I could reach one person today, and that person could reach one person, and that person could reach one person, wow. That's, to me, a miracle.
It's a one drop in the center of a still pond, rippling outwards. Thank you so much, Francine, for your contributions today. Very much appreciated. Well, I didn't do the invitation part. We just got to in the same space.
I'm humbled to be here and grateful.